What's up, YouTube? It's Detroit John back with another episode of JonTalks. Let's get straight into it. So, Pistons lose, coming off of a loss to the Knicks. I'm not really surprised. I'm actually pretty satisfied with this game, guys, and I'm pretty satisfied with our progress tonight. Now, as I've always say, and as I continue to say, I'm never worried about missing shots. All right, when you got Dennis Smith and Josh Jackson, Svi Mykhailiuk, just all of these guys, even Jerami Grant, you can expect some misses and some inconsistencies. And these guys are still trying to make a name for themselves. So expect some misses and expect some things like that. But the really most important thing is, guys, we're losing. We're on our way to Kate Cunningham. We're on our way to Jalen Suggs. You know what I mean? We might get Evan Mobley. And that is huge. One of those guys will be huge for us. They will take us to relevancy. So I ain't worried about being relevant now. I know that they will make us relevant once we get another guy. I want to start with 2 points, though, really in two big points from this game, and I think I'll be done. But really, the first one is Jerami Grant. He's a Robin. He's not necessarily Batman, and that's completely fine. That's great because he's a great role player. And I think once we bring in a Kate Cunningham, once we bring in a guy that is Batman, he will really, his game will explode, and he'll be that guy that we saw in the beginning of the year. Now, when Blake Griffin left and when Derrick Rose left, we saw everybody's game take a hit. Even Sadiq Bey's, his game is taking a hit, but Jerami Grant's game is taking a hit. Everybody is taking a hit as far as looks and as far as open shots. We're just not seeing the same shots and the same looks as a team. When you don't have a Blake Griffin who was getting double teamed and who was commanding, honestly, a lot of attention. And Derrick Rose at the top of the key, who himself was commanding a lot of attention and who was getting easy buckets and he was getting behind the defense, as we saw him do to Detroit tonight. So when you have Julius Randle doing what he did tonight, and you got all those players that the Knicks have, we had no chance. But that's okay. That's okay because we are better than them, and they'll see us next year. They'll see us another time when we do get another player, and we we do have our pieces. We're just not that team right now, but I'm completely fine with that. So with Jerami Grant, he just needs another player. Now, I want to say this for Sadiq Bey. This is really the second point that I wanted to make about this. His game tonight was a culmination of really the last 3 or 4 games. Now, he came out shooting 0 for 6, but guys, I really wanted to say what I have been saying these last 2-3 games is he's got to stop shooting because eventually teams, they catch on. And now that Griffin and Rose are gone, his shots, he's taken a hit as far as open looks. And teams really are not sagging off of him because he hasn't made it known yet that he's a lethal threat to take it off the dribble. So teams are going to say, hey, if you're not going to take it to the basket, we're going to completely play you to the 3. Oh, that dude that made 7 threes, okay, let's see what you do tonight. That's how the NBA does. They watch film. Even the announcers watch the film. So everybody knows what you're doing. Everybody, in the arena, and they've been closing him out. They're they're where he's supposed to be a step earlier, pretty much. And so we didn't see that when Griffin was there. We didn't see that when Rose was there because they were commanding so much attention that he had those looks. Well, guess what? Now that they're not there, he's gonna need to put the ball on the floor. That's gonna be, really need to be an important focal point. Or this offense is really gonna be affected because his presence was not felt tonight. And when his presence is not felt, we get blown out by 20, 30 because we don't really have anybody that's going to make an impact on the game and impose their will to that level. Jerami Grant can do it sometimes, but he has his moments, but he's not there for the whole game ever. He's really not there for the whole game ever, and he really does drop off. And I'm not expecting anybody to be there for the whole game ever, but we saw when Saddiq, when he does get his shot going, how impactful he could be. Now, I need us to lose tonight. I need us to lose tomorrow. I need us to lose the next day. I need us to lose the next. We will. We will do all that. And I think tonight was great too because you keep seeing growth. And And these are things that guys can learn from. Guys are only going to get better now that they know how to play when Griffin's gone and what looks they're going to get. And now that I think he did see that in the first half. He was completely shut out, Sadiq Bey, from 3. He was 0 for 6 in field goals because he was only taking 3s. And so I think he saw that. And come the fourth quarter, he diversified it a little bit. But I already knew he has that ability. So there's not a point guard in the NBA that can guard a 6'7" Sadiq Bey off the dribble. There's just not. With the threat of the jump shot, there's just not. And him taking to the basket with the free throw and everything, if he decides to do that, It's all in his mind, guys. That's when our offense will go with him, and he can be a Robin too. He can be he can be that guy if Kate Cunningham comes in. You know what I mean? We're really preparing. So who's gonna be that guy? Who's gonna step up? That's what I want to see. But Dennis Smith, Isaiah Stewart, Saban Lee, they all played solid games tonight. They all play solid games. Now, when I checked the score, it said Josh Jackson was 1 for 6, but he scored 12 points. So I got to recheck that. It doesn't sound right, but I'm really not surprised of those 5 players. I think they really held themselves down tonight. No surprises from them tonight, really. All of them were really consistent. Really, Isaiah Stewart and Saban Lee, though. Isaiah showed me a lot of Ben Walls tonight, and I was really happy to see him get some confidence on the defensive end, because maybe his confidence is not going to come from the offensive end. It doesn't seem that that's where he is starting his confidence to get, to get generated. It seems like he's a defensive guy, and that's where he gets his motivation from, and that's okay. Because if that's where you need to start and you can bounce off that and you can get that working into some shots, because our offense isn't giving him any shots right now. Everything he's getting as far as offense is just putbacks, pickups and put it back. Just little things where he can find his shots through, but nothing is forced. So, and I don't think it will be in the future, because there's a lot of guys that are just ahead of him as far as shots. But when he's doing that, he's really making his impact known. But as far as tonight, guys, we should all be happy. I'm happy. So like, comment, subscribe. And you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys next time.